Yeah, I would say, you want to kick us off? We're live? Hey. Welcome back, sports fans, to the G Forbes, oh my goodness, I made the same mistake in the last game, to the G Forbes Elliott Athletic Center for some ACAA volleyball action. I'm obviously a little out of practice here. This is our first game back after the Christmas break. If you were tuned into the last game, you saw the UNBSJ women's team 3-0 the Crandall Chargers women's team. And now we are lucky enough to be watching the UNBSJ men's team playing the Crandall's men's team. This is UNBSJ's Think Pink night here at the G Forbes Elliott Athletic Center. So that's why you see the coaches sporting those pink shirts. And I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera, but the bleachers and all the fans in the bleachers. We got balloons, streamers, decorations, all kind of booths popped up. Everybody wearing pink. It's a good look. It's one of the better games and weekends of the year each year. We've been doing it now since 2016, and obviously it's an initiative to raise money for breast cancer research. It's put on by the Athletic Advisory Committee each year. Really an awesome thing that the teams do, and one of my favorite weekends to be in the building each year for sure. So we have, like I said, the UNBSJ men's team taking on the Crandall Chargers. I think this is the Chargers' second year in the league. And because of that, they don't have anyone on their team more than 2 years experience in this league, whereas, UNBSJ will start a couple of players that have been here for 4 years now and a couple of players in their third year. So a much more experienced team. And I think the records would show that so far this year. In the standings, UNBSJ is 4-6 and Crandall is 2-8. Four teams every year make the playoffs. 6 teams in the league. So your UNBSJ Seawolves are in that 4 spot, and Crandall is in that 5 spot. So separated by 2 games, but a win for Crandall here today would make it pretty much a coin flip. So a huge game for them. You never want to say that it's a do or die per se, but we are in the second half of the season. Not a ton of games left, and a whole lot of ground to make up if you're on the outside looking in. So this is a huge game if you're the Crandall Chargers. It's also a huge game if you're UNBSJ. You want to build some momentum coming out of halftime of the season. The second half of the season is when champions are born and championships are won and lost. So this is a big game for them. A couple of things to note. So far this season, we had seen Jacob Huseman doing a lot of starting out of that right side position. But it looks like we're going to be rocking with David Valencia, the left-handed hitter will be starting for them in the right side. We had some games where Cam Willis, number 11, typically they're starting middle, saw some time on the bench to get some other players some different reps. I don't know if it was, I think there might have been some injury stuff, and I know that there were some nagging aspects of his game that, the coaches wanted him to take a look at. And but we're seeing those 2 players start today, as well as what I would say are the usual suspects starting into all the other positions, and I'll get to them as we navigate through. I'm not as familiar with the Chargers lineup, so I'm not sure if we're seeing anything different. But there's a handful of players on this team that can really ball, man. And you'll see it as the game goes on. But there's a couple of boys to keep mention of, and they'll definitely make themselves known here today. So McClellan with a nice serve to start the game. McClellan, that's your 4th-year captain and starting setter for the Seawolves. Nice serve in the last one. Unfortunately for the Chargers, their swing from number 16 is going to go out the back. That's Peyton Santapass. They got a touch call on that one, so the point is going to go to the Chargers. Looks like Valencia thought that one might have gone out of bounds, and it might have, but with the touch call, it doesn't really matter. Backing out a serve, number 14. That's Francois Benoit. That's a French name if I've ever heard one. Ooh, goes for the spin, unfortunately. That one's going to go into the tape. On the UNBSJ side, another one I wanted to mention is number 14. That's Gabe Powell. We had seen some other middles starting at that spot so far throughout the year. They had some rotations with who they wanted to be their starting middle opposite Cam Willis. Gabe Powell, first-year player, And I think he hasn't really been playing volleyball all that long. But, dude, that guy, Powell has such a high ceiling. He's going to be such a good volleyball player for this program for a long time. You know, extremely athletic, 6'5" out of Ross St. New Brunswick, and still very raw. He's got, you know, his ceiling is sky high. Damn. See, okay. Valencia is an X factor out there on the right side. I don't know if anybody player for the last 2 years here, having commentated these games, he just has so much potential that I was surprised to see, you know, why he would be on the bench as much as he has been in the last 2 years. He is by far their best right side hitter. He also has an awesome spin serve that, you know, I've scrimmaged with this team, and he can go on runs where he just completely takes the game over spin serving it. And on top of that, he does all that being a left-handed player, which is cut and dry, like the best thing that you would want for your right side position. So I think that I'm excited to see him get more reps of that. I think that he's going to be their answer at that position down the stretch. And a really nice hit. You know, I've kind of rambled on a little bit about this, but a really nice hit from him early in the game. Powell puts that one into the tape. Not what you want to see, but he's all smiles. So he's going to come out of the game, and into the game comes number 12. That's John Benfica, the first-year libero out of St. John, New Brunswick. Number 16, Santa Pass back to serve. Wow, what a push. That's an unbelievable set by McClellan. You know, credit to Siefker. He's the second year. He's playing power for them. He played some right side last year for them. But credit to him for making something out of it and going up in the air and getting it. But dang, that's a really, really nice set from McClellan. Your powers for UNBSJ will probably be your most consistent hitters today. Those are your guys when you get a good ball that they'll be going to. You got a miss there from Valencia. I think when I talked to head coach Dino Karatsios about this in the past, some of the serving woes were some of the reasons why Valencia was having a hard time making it off the bench, and you can see that there. His is a very, very strong serve, but because of that, you got to swing really hard at it, and it can happen where if you miss by a lot. This one popped up. McClellan out there being a volleyball player. You love your setter being able to go up and get that. Back now to serve is Siefker. So to the front court goes Adam Gauthier. I was saying Siefker and Gauthier are going to be, those are going to be probably your best hitters on the day. Oh! Holy smokes, man. Go back and watch the tape on that. One of those guys needs to stop that ball from landing underneath Siefker if he's going to do that celebration. That's the Ronaldo goal celebration, the Sui. Siefker loves the celebrations. I've said this for a couple of years now watching Siefker, is that, you know, it's easy to kind of get annoyed when people are, you know, doing big celebrations in volleyball. It's not always been the case of people doing that, but man, he's a fun player to watch. He pumps himself up, and obviously he gives the team good momentum when he does it. I don't mind seeing it, man. Great block there by Willis to help extend this lead now to 4. 4-point lead early here for UNBSJ. Siefker to serve again. That one's tight. Gauthier gets popped back, but it's got to go over. Nice, man. They're going to be able to run their offense here. Bit of a questionable pass. Oh, but a great use. Francois Benoit. High and hard off the hands there. Back now to serve 21. 21? I can't remember the last time I saw a volleyball player with a number in the 20s. It's a deep bench, though. I mean, they don't have, I think they probably have about 16 people on this team, 15 people on this team, so I can understand how you get up that high, but still a bit of a sight to see. That one, the serve from him is going to go out the right, which gives the point back to UNBSJ. Still leading by 4, 9-5 with Cam Willis to serve. Out the back there for Cam Willis. Cam Willis is another one of those guys that can have an up and down serve. He can have days when his serve is great, and then he can have days when, you know, he'll go like 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 on his serves. I've kind of said a couple of times in the booth before that I think as a spin server that hits it as hard as he does and tries to hit it as hard as he does, you really want to try and make a point of making those first few serves getting the first one in and then building up to swinging harder, especially if you're, if you lack consistency on any given day. Unfortunately on that one just sails out the back. And the Chargers followed up with an ace of their own, so now just down 2. Oh, my goodness. This one's just going to have to be popped over. Ooh. Valencia with a great pass. Run your offense. Oh, blocked! Great job by Francois Benoit. I love that offensive run. It can be hard if you don't know at home. Gauthier is your power, so he shouldn't be the person swinging immediately in front of the setter. But they ran an X there and pushed that middle set out to Powell almost at the power position. And credit to the Chargers for acknowledging it and still building a defense around it. Oh, man, Valencia chases that one down after a huge block from the Chargers. Looked like that block was going into that backcourt, so credit to Valencia for getting on his horse to try and get there. Unfortunately, he isn't able to pop it back up into the field of play. And just like that, we got a 9-9 game here. Seifker feels like he has fielded. Oh, they run that X again, and a huge swing by Gauthier. I'm glad that we talked about, what they were doing on that run, and then for us to be able to see it again there. Credit to Seifker. Seifker got served to by number 19, Evan King, a couple of times in a row there and did a great job handling it. Nice serve by McClellan. Dang, that's a volleyball run. That is a volleyball run. And a great swing by number 12, Noah McDonald. He's a second-year middle out of Riverview, New Brunswick. Francois Benoit back now to serve. A tip there from Powell. Going to come back. Go outside here to Valencia. Yep. High hard off the hands. Going to pop this one. This one's just going to have to get tipped over. Yeah, that's tough. Francois Benoit tried to get him a nice ball to the outside. But I think he got a little bit too aggressive there. I think, you want to try and give your swinger a chance to get a swing on it. But if doing too much means that he's not going to be able to touch it at all versus doing a little bit too little means that he just gets a little bit worse serve on it, I think you need to err to the safe side there. Nice serve there by Gauthier. This one's just going to be pushed out. Dang, that's in. That was in. I'm surprised that he was surprised. Oh, whoa, they called it out. Oh, that's interesting. We had the ref right in front of us and the line ref both say it was in. I do like what's going on here. Your first and second official getting together and making your decision. I guess final call goes to the Chargers. So maybe number 8. I got to find his name here. Maybe Shane Huggard was on something. Valencia, that's a bit of a tough one. The tip the set there kind of coming almost over the net, so Valencia just has to stab at it with the tip. And unfortunately, that one sails out of bounds. I'd like to see him maybe just kind of control that and stress less about putting pressure on the defense and more just getting into the court there. Good job by McClellan to stay off the net. But we got a double touch call by our first official here. That was weird. Austin Treitz doing a little bit of work to try and take care of the ref stand there. Treitz, the libero for the Chargers, he is a gamer, man. He can play. I really like him. Just a great defender, scrappy, can keep a play alive, can fire the boys up. You like having a guy like Treitz as your libero. Powell now back to serve, which means to the front court is going to be Cam Willis. Powell with a nice one. Eaten up by Huggard, though. Woo! A nice swing there by Peyton Santapass. The Chargers have some good outside weapons here, man. Huggard, Santapass, and Francois Benoit rounds out a nice three-person rotation for your outside swingers. That one popped up. We're going to go probably back to Santa Pat. Oh, no, we're going to go outside to Huggard, who drives that one into the tape and isn't able to save it. I like having a guy like Luke O'Grady on the mic. By Henrik Compagner. Henrik Compagner doesn't know anything. Don't listen to him. Back now to serve is Valencia. Oh, and again, long at the back. We mentioned that might have been one of the reasons that it was kind of hard for him to find some playing time to start. And so far, I think he started the game 0-2 for serving, which isn't great. But we did say that, he's a bit of a, he's gonna live and die by the sword, right? He's hitting it as hard as he is that, when you miss, it's gonna be obvious. But it's just unfortunate that his first two start that way. Huggard returns the favor with an even bigger miss. That one was out by a basketball net, we'll say. So back now service Siefker, another spin server. At the net, we got Willis, Gauthier, and McClellan. McClellan being your setter for UNBSJ, so only 2 swingers at the net right now. Great serve. Early, you could tell it's a great serve. Nice pop, man. It's going to go outside. Santa Pass with a winner. He's fired up about it. Somebody get Santa Pass some knee pads. It's a very high school thing to not wear knee pads playing volleyball, especially if you're a backcourt player. I know it kind of looks cool, but just get the knee pads out there. I want to know that you're ready to hit the turf for the boys. That's a nice pop there, but unfortunately, Gautier's just going to have to send it over. Wow, that's an awesome run, man. That is some volleyball. And now the Chargers take the lead. I'm not sure if maybe early on in the game they had a 1 or 2 point lead in those first couple turns, but UNBSJ have been leading for a while. So the Chargers battle back and now take a 1 point lead. Oof. Nice serve, but it was eaten up by Benfica. And then a great set by McClellan, and Gauthier takes care of the rest. Benfica and head coach Dino Corazzo is having a bit of a talk. Into the game comes Gabe Powell, and Cam Willis now back to serve. Cam Willis, you got to get this first one in. Oh, it just trickles over. And Francois Benoit gets caught in a tough spot. He's shaking his head, and he kind of feels like, he's saying to his guys, like, that's my bad. And, I guess there's probably nobody else to blame, but it's tough because he's probably in perfect position if it doesn't touch the tape, and then it touches the tape, and now you're early, and you're trying to kind of scramble to fall backwards and get after it, and it just goes off his platform. Willis again. And that one out the back. And a bit of an expletive there from Willis, and it looks like the rest of his team got a laugh out of that. But a better serving run than his first one. Got the first one in at least. Evan King, the first-year setter, now back to serve. Evan King's been having a good game, man. He can ball. Go back outside. Ooh, Siefker from the pipe. Volleyball! That's volleyball, folks. If you didn't know, that's volleyball. I think everybody in the building, you heard me say it out loud. I thought that was going outside to Gauthier, and instead they run the quick one from the pipe. Siefker and McClellan on the same page and drop the ball. Ooh, you got to call that. Gauthier with a winner, too. Yeah, I was saying, those are your guys. You need a ball, you need a winner, you need to throw a ball up to someone. Gauthier and Siefker would be the 2 people you're looking for. Back now to serve is McClellan again. We've been moving through servers pretty quickly in this game. I think this is McClellan's 3rd time to the service line. Great set back. Oh, my word. Francois Benoit, the flying Frenchman, drops the bomb there. Let's take the point back for the Chargers. So now just a 1 point game. UNBSJ battled for a couple and got the lead back. Now leading 19-18. Francois Benoit to serve. Big spinner coming. Oh. It just hits the tape, unfortunately. Francois going to get a sub here in the backcourt. That's interesting. Francois, you're starting power, I think. Which typically that means you're going to be relying on them to be one of your better defenders in the backcourt. It's interesting to see the Chargers head coach, Garrett West, make this sub for Cole Wilson to come in as his defender. Ooh, he didn't touch it, did he? Fresh into the game, Wilson almost makes a play on a ball that had no business getting touched. As it stands, another really nice swing from Santapass. High and hard off the hands and tools it off the block and out of bounds. Santapass has been really effective to start this game. I think he's 3 or 4 swings and I think just as many kills so far. Oh, man, that's tough. A big block there by 21, Connor Kirkland. I'm not even sure if it really was a block. I think it probably hit the tape, but Kirkland was there to assist in putting it back down. That's really tough, that pass. It's so tight to the net. McClellan tries his best to pop it up and make a play, but I think he's just better off tipping that over and living another day. Woohoo! Valencia with the hoop. That's a big one, man. When you can get it in his wheelhouse and right on cue, he is an issue. Woo! Oof. Sorry, took a bite of food and it took me forever to get down. Gabe Powell, great serve. Finds that back 1 foot by 1 foot corner of the court. Everyone on the Chargers was watching that one to go out of bounds. But he sneaks it in, steals a point, and extends the lead to 2. Doesn't mean much, doesn't feel like much, but when you're up 2 with 3 to play, man, that's a big deal. Chargers acknowledge it as well by calling that timeout. Head coach Garrett West wants a moment with his team. First, that's utterly important. You know, you need it shapes the momentum for the rest of the game. I know that both of these teams they've played a lot of, they played each other a lot so far this year. I think twice, and I think they split. I think they're 1-1. So these games can go either way. I think you can see by the score that this will likely be a long, close game the whole way. Getting that first one is crucially important. So when you're down even by only 2, this close to the end of the game, I think this is a good timeout by head coach Garrett West. You want to get your guys aligned. Make sure you're all on the same page. Look at where your matchups are. You have backhands here with King, it looks like. Yeah, 3 swings. At the net, you have Santapass, Huggard, and Kirkland. Santapass has been winning. Huggard is more experienced on this team and maybe the guy that they look to in these situations. But depending on the set here, I think you could go back to Santapass here. Yeah, they do. And it's just a bad set. Yeah. That's unfortunate. And that's a little weird. Do you go back or do you just go power? Yeah. Just go power. And Huggard parts the Red Sea. About 3 defenders kind of in the way of that ball. And he hit a bit of a knuckleball, too. There's no topspin on it. And it just kind of floated between everybody and found some court. A nice swing there by Huggard. Santapass now back to serve. We got backhands, 3 swings. Valencia and Siefker likely are options here. Siefker. Great job by King chasing that down. Great job by Siefker becoming an option. Wow. McClellan got everybody in the building confused on that set. I thought for sure he was going power there. I thought everybody did. Maybe even Valencia, because that swing from Valencia there was looks like a swing from a guy that didn't expect that ball to be coming. Valencia a little head down after that one. Siefker popping it up. Pops it back out to Siefker. Oh, and Siefker looking for a touch, but no call. I don't think there was a. So now we're dead even. 23-23. I'd wonder if maybe we get a timeout call. You get a little bit of a self timeout call, if you will, from the players on the court. Looks like Cam Willis, one of the more veteran players in this team, took a moment to bring everybody together and take a breath and say, hey, come on, we can do this. It starts with a pass. Oof. Starts with a pass. That was the best one of the current rotation. They get a ball up to the center of McClellan to let him run his offense. Fires one back to Valencia, who I don't think would probably tell you he didn't hit it perfectly, but gets it good enough that he can drive it to the feet of the other of the Chargers and steal a point back. So now up one, 24-23. Next point will win it for UNBSJ. If Valencia can get one in here, man, he could put the pressure on. And he sails it. 0 for 3 for him serving in this first set. We mentioned that was probably one of the reasons that it might have been hard for him to fight for playing time in the past, and it's haunting him at the moment. So now 24-24. Dead even through 48. We got Huggard back to serve. Into the game comes Francois Benoit again. Jeepers Murphy, man. Seeker holding his chest like it took everything in his heart to go and get that one, and boy, did it look good. A credit to McClellan, too, man. He's got such strong hands. His ability to put the ball where he wants it on those jump sets when he doesn't have a platform underneath him is truly impressive. Oh, and UNBSJ, like a broken record. Big swing, miss serve. Big swing, miss serve. These games are supposed to only go to 25, and now we got both teams tied here at 25 with Crandall to serve. Kirkland up there. Float serve goes over. Handled well by Benfica. And that one goes out of bounds. UNBSJ getting some mileage from their outside hitters right now. 3 sets in a row. Valencia, Siefker, and Gauthier, all winners. So Dino Carraccio's not going to risk it here on this one. Cam Willis, who's been up and down serving so far today, is going to come out, and into the game comes Ethan Tucker. Deep breath here from number 2 before the serve. Oh, and that one floats out of bounds. And he gives the boys I'm sorry, that's my bad. That's a tough spot to be in. Coming off the bench cold and having to serve in a game like this is not easy. And I wanted to say before the serve that Ethan Tucker is actually incredible at those situations. He is the go-to serving sub on this team. And I honestly I think that might be the first time of my history calling these games that I've seen him miss that serve. I had a bad feeling. And I didn't want to be the commentator's curse jinxing it. Dang, Valencia just basically from a standstill drives that one to the backcourt. Benfica handles it. Yeah. Go to your God. That's a bomb. That's an unstoppable swing. It's an unstoppable swing. Even if you have blockers there and defenders there, that is instant transmission to the back 2 feet of the hardwood. That is darn good volleyball there from Gauthier. Dang, for those that are wondering, there's an NFL playoff game going on right now. And the Chargers are getting kind of handed it to them. Right? Justin Herbert threw 500 passes in the regular season and threw like 3 picks all season. He's thrown 3 picks so far today against the Texans. Nico Collins, 120 yards and a touchdown. Shoes. 10 minutes left, and they're up 13 points. McClellan, deep breath, back to serve, up 1, game on the line. Gets it. Oh, what a touch by Benfica! Oh my gosh. The hands from McClellan to fire that ball without any spin on it is crazy. And I really respect Gauthier going up and getting it. But he honestly kind of took a half measure and was just kind of rolling it over. And I get it. You don't want to try and risk it too much by swinging too hard. But I just think he's got to try and roll it past that first block. He still came down with enough of an angle where it was, a blockable hit. And if you're going to kind of pull off of it a little bit, it needs to be a shot that's going to make it into the court. Oh, man. And the Chargers with an ace. from Francois Benoit to take the 1-point lead, and now the Chargers are in position to take this first game. Chargers also show off their amazing choreography skills on that ace with their whole bench jumping and clapping at the same time. That took some brain power. Timeout called here by head coach Dino Karatsios. No, oh shoot, we good? Can we see the whole court? Yeah, I think we're good, yeah. Let us know in the chat if anything's changed or if anything can't be seen here. Head coach Dino Karatsios calling a timeout to give his team a breather. Francois Benoit back to serve. You got backhands here for the Seawolves. 3 swings, but you're in that funny rotation where your right side's on the left side and your left side's on the right side. I think your first option here is going to be Gauthier, closest to the screen here. Oh, head coaching point there. Chalk one up for head coach Dino Karatsios. This game's going to continue. We're going to have a team in this game at least that goes to the 30-point mark. That's very rare in a volleyball game, folks. Okay, Gauthier now back to serve. We got we got backhands here for the Chargers. 3 swings. I think you got to go, well, Santa Pass is front court here too. Santa Pass or Huggard, I'd say. Handled. Oh, it's tough. No. Oh, yeah, okay. Interesting. Oh, because he is back court. Yeah, that's the right call. True. Yeah, he can't interfere with that. I thought the call was going to be something on UNBSJ for touching the net, but I thought that the ball had broken the plane. So when the whistle blew, and I was surprised to see it, but that is the right call. Yeah, number 19, King, is back court, so he's not allowed to interfere with that. Oh! And a little bit of fanfare from Gauthier. Dang, man. That's some stoicism from your Seawolves there. Got down into a point. You know, they had 2 game points in their own measure and lost both of them. Then they dropped 3 points or 2 points straight to go into their own position where, you know, now they're battling to stay alive. The Chargers missed that serve to tie it back up. Gauthier puts the first one in and then gets an ace on the next one. He was fired up about it, too. He gives the fans a little bit of a, hey, how you doing after that one? So, UNBSJ wins the first set 30-28. Battle of a first game. Before we go into the second set here, I'm going to read you the season sponsors that I was supposed to read you at the start of the game. These are your 2024-2025 season partners for the UNBSJ Seawolves. It is Culligan NB, UNB Associated Alumni, Centaur Products Atlantic, Domino's Pizza. UNB St. John students get 50% off all online orders for pizza using the code 50STDNT. That's 50 student without any vowels. So one more time, that's 50STDNT. UNBSJ students get 50% off all pizzas. They don't check. They don't check if you're a student. Anybody using that code is going to get 50% off pizzas. You're going to get 50% off Domino's Pizza basically forever. It's a no-brainer, okay? Custom General Contracting, that's custom with a K. And Booster Juice, East Point location. Booster Juice, I cannot say enough how much I love Booster Juice. All right, now to start at the second set, we got King back to serve. It's handled by Seifer. Oh! Wow, McClellan finding the middle there. Very, very tough set. I was almost certain that was going to be going outside to Gauthier. Nice pass here. King going to get to run his offense. Woo! Francois Benoit kind of has to come off on it. I think he kind of took his approach there a little bit too, like maybe expecting it to be in one spot. And when he got up to the top of his jump, maybe it wasn't. So he kind of fanned on the head a little bit. But sometimes when everyone else is expecting you to have your normal first tempo hit, you can whiff on it a little bit and get the win for it. Unfortunately, the sports gods don't lie and the ball doesn't lie. So Francois Benoit puts that next one out the back and gives the point back to UNBSJ. Now up 2-1. Here in the second, for those that are just joining, UNBSJ won that first set. Stunner, 30-28. Great one. Gauthier now back to serve. Oof. And Trites, man. Trites he looks like he'd never seen a volleyball before. Looked confused by that one. I'm not sure if maybe, the way that ball was moving, it looked like it was going to be going to Huggard, and then last second kind of snap back into Trites. Float serves can be tricky like that, but that was really surprising. Trites is a pretty awesome little libero. He's got game, and it's very rare you see him like kind of caught out of position or get jammed like that. Braden Gauthier says, "That's my guy. Love this program. It's better than television." You bet it is, man. I'm assuming that's some relation to your boy Adam Gauthier, but we appreciate your family. We appreciate you lending him out to us. That guy's Gauthier's the man. Valencia. What a slap by Francois. Keeping this one alive. Wow, dude. Siefker, man. How's Siefker getting the tip off that dig, popping it up, running back to his spot, and then becoming an option, and not just getting a hit in, but goes at pound town on it. Instant transmission, hand to hardwood. Powell now back to serve. 4-2 for your UNBSJ Seawolves. King with some nice hand. Oh my goodness! That was a man's block. Dude. Valencia give him a little, hey, how you doing? When he piked on that block, man, he was almost completely horizontal with that block. He was so deep into their territory. He is if he can put it all together, man, he's going to be a weapon for them. Powell with the miss on that one. Continuing the serving woes today so far for UNBSJ. They've had a less than stellar serving performance from a couple of other guys so far today. Back now to serve is Santa Pass, who started off the game really hot, but he hasn't seen a whole lot of opportunities since then. Ooh, they run the... Oh! Siefker fired up about it. That they run that cross. That's the same cross that we saw Gauthier and Powell run in the first set. Obviously, it's something that they do with all of their middles. I wonder if all of their powers, in this case, Gauthier and Siefker. I wonder if they do it as well with, I can tell you confidently they do it with Cam Willis as well. Siefker pops it up, gets back to be an option, goes to hit, crushes it. Siefker is just playing possessed right now. Timeout called here by head coach Garrett West as UNBSJ gets out to an early 4-point lead here, up 7-3. Credit to Cam Willis on those last couple stretches. He's been controlling the net really nicely in this rotation. Three minutes left in the Texans game, by the way, and the Texans have the ball. That's basically almost over. Here we go. That's my little brother. I'm going to come visit next month. Let me hop on the mic with you. We actually, we'll have to see. We can't have any less than stellar product out here. But dude, if you know what you're doing and you're not too crazy on the mic, we actually don't mind having someone else join me in the booth. We'll see. Depends when you're in town. Send me some clips of you pretending to commentate the game. We'll see. So Valencia back now to serve. I think he made his first serve of the day so far on his last one. So timeout called here. Going to try and ice the kicker. We'll see how he comes out of the timeout. Bang. Santa pass coming out of the backcourt on that one. I think. Oh my goodness. To pop that. Oh, that is crazy. If you could watch a live odds of UNBSJ winning that point, there was twice when it looked like 90% they were going to lose that point. The set from Willis was way too tight on McClellan, and then when McClellan got blocked, the only person in the area code that could have popped it up was McClellan on the way down, falling away. That was close, man. So credit to McClellan and Willis for battling pretty much single-handedly to keep that point alive. Where do I send the clips? Send it to the UNBSJ Seawolves Instagram page. We'll see. Benfica with a nice pass. Boom! Yeah, dude, you gotta feed Siefker right now. This guy's hot. Siefker back to serve. He's like Magatu from Zoolander. He's so hot right now. Oh, that one was a bit of a knuckleball coming out from him. Gotta be careful about those commentators' curses. Okay, so we got front hands here for UNBSJ, 2 swingers. Looks like we got Willis coming out of the back on the first one, and Goche out here at power. You get a good ball, just go right to Goche here. Yep. Winner. Genya. And you can tell, you see Willis too. I think Willis had the exact same thought as me. What are you supposed to do on that, huh? You get a great pass, and it's a high, hard shot in Goche's wheelhouse. He just jumps higher and swings harder than most everyone else out there. And he does a really good job of putting that topspin on it, where if it doesn't go off those block, it's going to drop in that back, meter of the court, and it's so hard to defend against. That's a great job by Goche, man. Oh, it went out. Oh, he actually went up. I wish you could see this in slow motion. He went up with his hands perched backwards and didn't want to reach out because it was so close to the tape, and last second kind of slapped at it with just his wrist just as it passed the plane. It was really good timing. Unfortunately, it carries out of bounds. Dude, what a set from McClellan. He just jogs back into position, high-fives his guy, and goes about his business like that wasn't a psycho set. But if you've played volleyball before, him being able to set that ball to the spot that he got it, falling backwards, setting it from basically like his chin height, and firing it as he's falling away is darn impressive, man. The dunk. And you could tell that the first official considered maybe calling it, a lift on that one, calling him on the Vince Carter. But Gauthier with a little smirk and gets the point on that one. That's kind of how I like to, if I were to coach a team, that's how I would coach my guys to do it. If there's no other blocker up there for you, just go with that tip back. Tip that back in towards the court. Direct it and just find some hardwood as opposed to swinging away at it. I know swinging away at it's probably more fun, but you're way more consistent just doing that little two-handed tip back. And you saw it from Gauthier there. It's a next-level volleyball thing. So UNBSJ now up 5. Benoit to serve. Great pass by Benfica. Oh, it's going to go. We're live here. Oh, bad pass. Oh, that's great, man. That's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome to watch in the film room. I love the little look back that you see from McClellan. When you go back and watch that tape, McClellan, I'm talking to you here now. I love that second where the ball is in the air and then you peek back over your right shoulder to see if, maybe it's your left shoulder. You peek back over your left shoulder to see if Gauthier was coming in for the quick. As soon as you recognized he was, flip that one back there and let Gauthier and go hit a winner. That's that's really, really good quarterbacking from your setter there. And that's also just a good job by Gauthier as well, realizing that even in the midst of that play, we're going to run our designed offense and not just your typical high ball to the outside offense, getting into position and then executing. Good job by Valencia just to save that. Bit of a miscommunication there. Woo! Santa pass. Santa pass all smiles. I said it before, I want to see Santa Pass get some knee pads, but I will tell you, he's got some awesome kicks. The all whites with the white socks looking nice. Oof. Great serve there by number 12, Noah McDonald. Noah McDonald's got some energy. When he's doing good and when he's making plays, he is fired up about it. It's bringing energy to this team. There is no doubt about that. Nice serve from him. Now just down 3. 10 serving 13. Really nice pass by Gauthier. The world's your oyster. And that's a funny celly. I wish the fans at home could see what I'm doing here. It's like one hand on the chest, one hand out to the right. Every time he's got a kill, that's been what Seifer's gone to. But Seifer has been just completely out of his mind this set. Magatu. Is that his name from Zoolander? Someone in the chat can remind me. Is it Magatu? He's so hot right now. Powell with the miss serve there, so he's going to take a spell on the bench as Benfica comes back into the game. Benfica having himself a good game here today. Nice serve by number 9. That's Sam. Woo! Huggard. Huggard with a big smile on his face coming back from that one. That is an awesome volleyball play. The roof. I love a big block like that when the ball hits the ground before the players do. Just completely rejected. Reeder now to serve again. Is this? Oh, interesting play there by Seifer, who's just kind of watching this one to the net. Oh, but he returns a favor. Valencia with the shrug. What's up? What's up? I can do it too. Oh, you love to see it, man. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're getting Valencia out of the game here in the backcourt. This is a decision made, obviously based on some of the success we've seen serving so far. And into the game comes someone who I was actually just looking at on the sideline, Henry Holland. He's a first-year player of Courtney, BC. I think this is the first time I've seen him. Oh, you got to call that. Yeah. Oh, okay, so I was right. Reeder came into the game for King. Reeder now into the game for King. Reeder is your second-year setter. He was their starting setter last year. And head coach Garrett West looking for a bit of to influx some new life into the starting lineup here. He's going to go with a different setter here in the second. Bang. Bang. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know about this call. It looks like it wasn't a net call. The call is that he broke the plane of the line under the court. I don't know what the rules are specifically. My guess would be that the ball hit the ground before he specifically broke that plane. It could be wrong. It's pretty bang bang. But it looks like the first and second official there take a second to discuss it and say UNBSJ point. So Holland to serve again. Oof. This one's just going to go over. Holland eats it up. We're going to get some offense here. Bang! Yeah. That's some Seawolves volleyball right there, man. And shout out to Holland. Holland coming into the game, making his serves, puts a free ball pass right to that 2.5 spot, and then credit to, McClellan, the consummate pro on this team. He's that fourth-year captain, setter, making a good decision there, going with that step back to Willis. And then I think that's probably, Willis's best swing. They love running that play to him, and he pretty much kills it every time he gets the chance. And just really good stuff. Timeout going to be called here by head coach Garrett West. Trying to get his team back into this. Something's got to give here, right? You're down 5 and you're already down 1 in the game. Got to start happening now. I would imagine that we probably. Oh my God, the Texans just pouring it. 4 interceptions for Herbert, man. Oh, that's a bomb. That's a bomb. That's a bomb from a fresh face here. That's number 18, Kyle Barnes. First year, it says he's a middle hitter. Looks like he's going to be playing outside hitter here now. Outside hitter, 6'4", from Gander, Newfoundland. It's a great swing. This is a nice deep roster this is a nice deep roster for the Chargers. They got some talent all over the place. Oof. That's a bit of a tough one. That one's going to sail out the back, giving that point back to Crandall. So now just down 3. Huggard to serve now. To find it. Siefker pop that up. Give a go. Yeah, go back to Siefker. Ha. Siefker a bit of a knuckler on that one, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. He doesn't get the best hit on it, and instead of driving it down like he wanted, it kind of floats and sails a little bit, but finds a spot in the backcourt where no one is and ends that run for the Chargers. So now back up to 4, the lead. Siefker to serve. Looks like we got backhands, 3 swings. You get a good pass here. I think you got to go outside to Benoit. Ooh, they go middle. Oh, Kirkland fired up about it. Ooh. Phew. Like to see that. Kirkland, I like that, man. I like that. I like that player. He's Kirkland, you're officially on my radar, young man. 6'5", first year out of Mermaid PEI. How's that for a name? Oh, that is disgusting. Siefker, man. Siefker almost on his King Midas stuff this game. Everything he's touching is turning to gold. Willis now to the backcourt, going to get that serving sub. So into the game comes Ethan Tucker. Ethan Tucker rocking the one leg sleeve with the all whites and the nice white socks. He's got some style. He's got some ball swag for sure. Much better this time around. Ooh, it's up. Holland chasing that one down. That one eaten up as well. They're going to run their offense again here. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you know what I'm doing? I mentioned it earlier, but Noah McDonald is just a spark plug, man. When he's playing good, he's fired up about it, and you can see it's giving the rest of his team some energy. So the Chargers hanging around here. Just a 3-point game now. Back to serve is number 18, Barnes. Good pass from, oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Going to the middle there, man. McClellan just continues to impress me, man. He makes the really, really difficult stuff look easy. You know, a lot of the times if you were to make that set that he just made, he makes some interesting decision making look like the correct decision making just by merit of execution. He's an impressive setter, man. Holland going to come back out now as Valencia goes back to the net. So at the net right now, you got Valencia, Gauthier, and Powell. That's a pretty mean starting front 3 right there. Reed making nice decisions right now. It's so funny seeing the Chargers players step out and ask for a touch call when the ball was 6 feet in on either side of the sideline. But yeah, I was going to say, Reeder's making some nice decisions. Every time he sets the ball, it's coming out with a pretty funny level of spin. It's never something you could ever call 2-touch for, but it's like funny how like reliably slightly messy it's been. Gauthier a little bit too late on that one for that quick back set. And that one, you know, for every time that you have those nice times where McClellan, you know, very quickly gets on page with his hitter and runs a good play, you have those ones where they're a step too slow and aren't able to capitalize. And they follow that next one up with a fairly nice set to Powell in the middle, and Powell kind of collapses in on that one down into the tape. You know, he probably tried to bake the cookies a little too long and brings it down on his side versus the Chargers side. So Chargers, like we said, we're hanging around, and now just a 1-point game. head coach Dino Corazio is going to call a timeout to give his team a little breather here. You're still up. I think that's a good message to be saying during this timeout. You're still up. It all starts with a pass, and we can still expect to be up 1 or 2 points if we can capitalize on a good pass here. But it starts with a pass. That's what it is. When you come out of this timeout, you got to know who you have serving on the other side. Where you want your boys to be lined up on the serve receive, and then think, if I get a good pass here, where am I going with this ball? Who's my guy in this situation? Based on the rotation, your front court swingers, Valencia, Powell, Gauthier. Gauthier is funny, man. You got a good ball. I think you got to go Gauthier here. I could be reasoned with if you want to take a shot and go to Valencia outside, but I like Powers hitting right side more than I like right sides hitting Power. You have to wait a lot longer on the Power side as a right side, and the timing's weird. It's a lot easier to transition to that right side as a Power, and I think you'd probably give yourself a good shot if you go back. What's funny is that was actually a really nice set from McClellan, and the reason that goes out of bounds is it just looked like Gauthier was late, honestly. If he's a little earlier there, he gets to get on top of it, and instead he's swatting out the middle of it, and it floats out the back. Oh, my goodness. That's an athlete play from Gauthier. Oh, and then I don't even know who that is. 13. Cole Wilson from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Dropping the bomb inside Gauthier's block. Whoever's serving back here, number 7, Jack Hillier. He's another one from Gander, Newfoundland. He's been serving nicey. That is a volleyball player's serve, man. Valencia high off the hands, but dug up by Hillier. Oh, they go back to the other Gander native, Kyle Barnes, who slices his 7-iron out into the left rough. Dang, man, these teams playing each other close. We got 22-22 here in the second. The first set was 30-28. Nice serve there by, oh, we got a new face coming in. Hold on one second. I'll watch this point first. Siefker, winner. Yeah, now he's into the front court. That's the guy you got to rely on right now. Yeah, into the game is number 3. That's Karsten Filch. He's started at a lot of different positions for this. Or no, sorry, not a lot of different positions. He's been a starting middle for this team a bunch of times. Not starting tonight, but coming into the game right now I think he's a serving stuff for Gauthier. That's a double. You have to call that, man. Oh, and then the tip goes out of bounds. Yeah. You can tell that it looked like McClellan, the setter, wanted to go and talk to the ref about something, and there's no doubt it was about the contact on that set. I was saying it earlier. Every one of this reader's sets is coming off a spin. At some point, you need to draw a line that says that's a little bit too much. I was saying earlier that it didn't look like the first so far. Oh, and then to call that is so tough. It's the right call. It is the right call. It's just brutal in that it felt like probably should have happened to Chargers in that last one as well. And as I was saying, like the last couple sets from Reader have all had spin, and I think that it hadn't been enough that it was worth a call, but the last one felt like maybe it should have. Filch with a dig there. Siefker with a winner. His hitting percentage this set has got to be upwards of 900 like 900. And that is, it's hitting in volleyball unless you're a middle. It's similar to baseball. If you're hitting anywhere from 200 to 400, you're having a really good year. I bet you right now, Siefker is hitting 800 to 900. He is just winning everything. Powell now back to serve, 24-24. So guaranteed we're going extra points right now. Yep, that's fair. That's all good. Great job by the refs letting them play. Siefker. Like, what else is there to say? Every set for the rest of this game has to go to number 7. Valencia looking back at his team says, one more here, fellas. You have a great lineup at the front court if you're UNBSJ. You got Powell, you got Siefker, you got Valencia. Three weapons. Sorry, not Powell. Willis. Powell to serve. Gets that one in. Oh! Valencia meets him up there, but the middles from the Chargers have been playing great today. That's Kirkland, and that's McDonald. Kirkland there was the one with the winner. So Reeder now back to serve. We got backhands, 3 swings for UNBSJ. Valencia in his natural position out there on the right. Get this one to Valencia. Go back. Yep. Bang! They're back up. Go middle. Oh, net. Yeah! Wow. 26-25. These teams are battling right now. Valencia back to serve. I like the coach leaving him in on this one. What a serve for the win! Oh, a little strong. I like it. Valencia with the winner. He's fired up about it. He's fired up, man. Yeah! You'd love to see it. Love to see a kid getting some of his first extended starting action and making a difference and playing good, man. That's exciting stuff. That's good for his confidence going forward. All right, so, you know, we've played almost 100 points. Or no, we played over 100 points. We played almost 130 points so far. And I think we're only different by 4 points. First one was 30 to 25, and the next one was 28-26, I think. Like, those are so it's crazy how different those 2 games can go, you know, with just a little bit either way. So the fact that it's 2-0 is great for UNBSJ, but I don't think it really reflects just how close these games have been. You know, nonetheless, UNBSJ now up 2-0 with a chance to start with a chance to start 3-0. The Chargers, you know, despite only being down ±4 points total, found themselves in a bit of a hole here. They're going to have to win 3 straight if they want a chance to take this one. Is there anything else we'll be talking to you guys about? I told you about our sponsors. Told you about how you should all be getting 50% off pizza for the rest of your lives. Don't forget to follow the UNBSJ Seawolves on Facebook and Instagram at UNBSJ Seawolves and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're hearing this right now, you're already on the channel. So just go ahead and hit subscribe. All the ACAA action that happens with and between the UNBSJ Seawolves will be on this channel for the remainder of the year. Every weekend and even, you know, most weekdays, there's some good sports going on, so make sure you follow that. Also, UNBSJ St. John is set to host the 2024-2025 ACAA Basketball Championships in February, the 28th to March 2nd. Get your tournament passes at howlwiththewolves.ca. Usually they give me like an Athletes of the Week thing. The usual suspects. And it looks like we're getting King again, setting. Looks like we're sticking with Hillier is now in there for Hillier's staying in there, and yeah, Hillier's staying in for Huggard. Hillier's staying in for Huggard, and looks like, yeah, Francois Benoit standing there on the bench. So your outside hitters are going to be number 13, Cole Wilson, number 7, Hillier, and number 16, Santapass. Santapass is probably the guy in that rotation. Ooh, good job by Wilson following that one out and then letting it go. You never want to wish a ball out of bounds. So good job by him to, you know, commit to kind of go into it, getting some space above it, and then at the last second realizing, all right, I'm too high up here. This has got to be out. Ooh. Dang, man. It's hard to say just how impressive that is from Gauthier. The whole offensive play there is supposed to go to the middle. It's either going to go to the right side or the middle that are crossing there. So that's the first thing that's interesting about it, is he still goes back to Gauthier there. But then Gauthier gets that one, like outside his frame, below the net, a little bit off his body, and still puts some crazy, weird, like, you know, side spinning cut on it to find Corden and get a winner out of it. And then trickles one over the net to put himself on the offense again. Seawolf's going to run one here. Go to 14. Yeah. Oh, that could be a touch. Yeah, great call, ref. I got touch as well. Yeah. Oh, Gabe Powell. Gabe Powell took 1 second where he like tried to feign looking confused about the call and then hit his boys with a big smile and looks like he said, yeah, I touched it. And it looked like he did up here too. I like Wilson taking the time to scream and say, hey, no, someone touched that. Oh, it's close. Good battle there by McClellan and by Powell. Oh, net call. Nice, good start here from the Chargers. Valencia with his hand up. Looks like he touched the net. Siefker. Powell. Oh, but he gets roofed. Kirkland. Connor Kirkland all smile. Oh. Oh. That's a shame. I don't even really know what the call was. It looked like the first official said that it came down on their side. I don't believe that's the case, but maybe he stepped across the line. Unfortunate. A really nice effort there by Kirkland, but the point's going to go to UNBSJ. Nice dig by Powell. Oof. Kirkland, man. That'll be a funny one to rewatch on film. Him hitting the deck and doing a barrel roll to get out of the way there. I think head coach Garrett West just straight up went to Connor Kirkland and said, relax, man. You are doing the most right now. And I like it. It looks like he is just completely in his zone. Oh, Siefker. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, some funny different reactions on that one. It's hard for me to tell over here if that was touched or not. It looked like some Chargers thought that it wasn't touched, but it didn't look like – it looked like there was enough Chargers on the court that reacted like it was touched, that it probably was the right call. Siefker with a good use on a bit of a tough set there. Valencia, the hero of the last set, now back to serve. Man, I told you, man. When he's serving good, it is a battle. This one's just going to have to go over. Two people fighting for it. And if you got two boys bumping it, you got no boys bumping it. Trites and Hillier with the miscommunication there. Buddy. The kid's got some game. There is no doubt about that. When he's on, whew. Ooh, that one just trickles over. Nice pass by Trites, making it work on the tough one. This dude's tough, man. Kirkland. Shoes. He's getting her done. And he's still pretty raw. Like, not to disrespect his own game, but, like, you can tell that he's still, like, he's got some wasted movements, and he's a little bit all over the place sometimes. And, he's running around there smiling, having some fun. I think, he's got a high ceiling. Siefker now back to serve after a nice swing from Willis. Hard off that block to take the point. Wow. Oh, geez. Love to see it. I like it, man. I think when I first started watching Siefker, I wasn't sure what I thought about all of it, but it's just, that's just fully who the kid is. He's having fun out there, man. Oh, you almost just saw it again. Oh my God, what a touch. I love that roll shot. It's not easy. These guys making tough stuff look easy right now. We're fighting Santa Pass stepping up with a great set. Oh my goodness, we just rolled over by Wilson. Gauthier with a big one. Man, dude, King, a couple of times this set I wanted to say already, King's ability to get there with his feet and, and beat the ball there as opposed to meeting the ball there, and then have real strong hands on those high passes to fire them to the outside without any spin on it has been really impressive, man. Dude, he tosses it so far. I'm always so surprised that he's not just completely chasing those sets. Santa Pass with another winner. I'd like to see Santa Pass get some more sets, man, especially considering you took out Huggard and Francois Benoit, who I think were both of your starting powers. That's a lot of sets that now need to be redistributed. I'd like to see a lot more go to 16. He's got some juice, man. Benfica with a nice pass. Oof. Yeah, dude, look at these middles. These middles for Crandall are firecrackers. They do a good job of getting themselves excited and by proxy getting the rest of their team excited. Kirkland with it. Kirkland! Looked like Kirkland, the little part of him, wanted to kind of do the Suey thing and then kind of got caught halfway between not wanting to do it and wanting to do it. He just did a little hop. I'm excited for him to rewatch that one. But he's serving good. Dude, that comes out different every time. Oh, nice set choice. Siefker, man. Siefker's put on some muscle too, man. Last year coming into the league, he was a little bit of a, first year, I remember me coming into first year, I was 120 pounds soaking wet. And I'm sure Siefker wasn't much more than that. It's pretty typical of volleyball players, but Siefker now in his second year, man, he's taking on a bigger role and he's put on some muscle and he's looking like a stud out there. Popped up by Willis, gonna run their offense. Wow. Oh. I love McClellan trying that there. I think a conventional wisdom would say that set probably should go to power, especially considering you got Gauthier out there. But you're up, you're up 2-0, and I think that, it's not a terrible set going middle there, and you're going to getting those reps with Powell is only going to be better going forward. You guys are going to get more. He's going to get an idea of where you're going to want to put that in those situations and what's possible. Yeah, we know you can do that. We know if you want, you can throw it out to Gauthier high and hard and let him take it to Pound Town, but I don't hate a couple of situations almost forcing it a little bit to Powell to get him some more experience and get that first-year player a little bit more prepared if and when that playoff run comes. Oh! No! What a touch by Benfica, man. Grind. Back now to serve is Hillier. Popped up by Siefker. They kind of trying to run the cross there. Unfortunately, it looked like McClellan kind of left that one out in no man's land a little bit. I wasn't exactly sure who that one was going to. And lucky for the Seawolves, Santa Pass gets a little too eager and tries to attack that one at the net and drives it out the side. What a big swing, man. This Siefker, that's one. I hope you guys saw what I was talking about. It's this thing where he's got one hand out and one hand to his chest. It almost looks like he's dancing with an invisible dance partner. Gauthier to serve. Up. It tried. Nice serve there by McDonald. McClellan with the, oh my God, yo, look. He's so fired up. He's having such a good game. You can tell. I can literally. I might have just bumped the camera. Oh, I did. Oh no, wait. Did I bump the camera? What is still a fairly competitive set? Good time for a timeout. Can people even hear me? This is still a fairly competitive set. Good time for a timeout. Can people even hear me? Good time for a timeout. I don't know if I can be heard at the moment, but we're having some difficulties with our streaming. The stream back. Cool. Okay, we're back. You missed a block from the great and powerful Cam Willis to take the lead to 4 points for UNBSJ. Now up 15-11. And head coach Garrett West going to call a timeout and take a moment with his boys here. Already down 2-0, and now down 4 here in the third. Something's got to happen now if you're the Chargers. You got to start to find something, dig down, and make something happen. I wonder specifically why. The Chargers decided to pull both of their starting powers. For the last 2 years, I've seen these guys play, and there's no doubt that their best hitters on this team are Benoit and are Huggard. So seeing them on the bench is interesting. It doesn't look like it was disciplinary, and they were, both the games are close enough that I don't think it made sense to pull them. But nonetheless, they're out, and we got Hillier and Wilson in the game now. So one of those guys is going to have to make a play and start contributing pretty seriously if we're going to have a chance to come back on this one. Santa Pa's a little frustrated with himself on that one. And fairly enough, it seems that and right on cue. Hugger with a little, hey, how you doing? Gives him a hug and a good job, and coming in now. Backcourt, however. So this first couple offensive runs are still going to have to come out of somewhere else. Get this to Santa Pa's, man. Ooh, okay. Steps in and going to go outside to Wilson. Flop side up. Go back to Gauthier. Or sorry, go back to. Nah. You can call. Seeker tried to get crazy on that one with the double hand volley kill. Unfortunately, he just puts that one into the tape. And that point's going to go back to the Chargers. So now a 4-point lead for UNBSJ. Santa Pa's back to serve. Front court, we got King, we got Wilson, and we got Kirkland. Oh, no, I don't know, man. That is so close. I'm glad I didn't have to be Matt Bedard there on the line. That was a close one. I truly don't know if that was in or out. Valencia now back to serve. 6-point lead. Probably the largest lead of this set for sure, but I think of the game today. Valencia's been getting hot from this line. Yeah, yo, he's fired up. He's feeling himself. As he should, man. The kid's got game. Another timeout? Oh, come on, Garrett West. There's playoff football on. What are we calling timeout down 7-2-0? Head coach Garrett West going to take a little break here, having a conversation. Looks like specifically with the setter about, I'm not sure. I mean, if you're talking to your setter, maybe it's about decision making. You need to get a ball to your setter if you're going to have a chance to run your offense. And then, Valencia with that right now is Layla by Derek and the Dominoes. Just an absolute master. What do you do when you get lonely? What a banger, man. Eric Clapton? Come on. You've been running, hiding much too long. Layla. You got me on my. It might be a good timeout as long as if you're thinking about icing a server. Valencia's been up and down enough that I think been up and down enough that I think that he would be a guy that, if you could maybe steal one by making him think about it a little longer, this would be your guy. Santa Pass coming out of the game and King coming out of the game. They're doing that front court, back court switch. It works out in a nice way where now you got Benoit back into the game and Reeder back court hands. So now, 5 minutes ago we were talking about why Huggard and Benoit weren't in this game. And just like that, Huggard and Benoit in this game. Back to serve now, Wilson gets the first point out of that timeout. The Chargers do. So now just a 6-point lead. Let's look at who we got here on the UNBSJ side. We got Siefker and Willis front court. If you get a pass here, man, just go to Siefker. Just got to go over. They're going to live again. Oh, Benfica grinding there to try and keep that play alive, but twice it drops at his feet, and second time he's not able to get it up. Wilson to serve. Oh. Unfortunately, that one's going to go into the tape and bring that lead back up to 6. Back now to serve Siefker. Siefker with a really mean spin serve, but also darn consistent spin serve, may I say. Knock on wood. Holy smokes, that's a bomb. Siefker digs it up. You got to get outside to power here. Oh, back to Siefker. I like it. Trites with some strong hands, man. Oh, Siefker patrolling that back line, doing the dirty work. Unfortunately, that one's so hard driven from Francois that even getting any little bit of contact on that one's going to drive it into the roof. So Crandall hanging around, trading points back and forth here. They're going to have to go on a run here if it's going to happen. This one's just going to have to go over. Gautier's going to put a swing on it, though. Nice. That's a that's a lift and a double. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Willis back to serve. 4 points away from the win. Willis going to come out and Tucker into the game. Tucker, their resident serving sub. I mentioned it earlier, but this guy, he is your quintessential serving sub. He's a good defender. I think he's a middle himself, so he knows that rotation, and he's mighty consistent too. Valencia, there was a split second where he thought about laying out, but maybe pick your battles, Playoffs, maybe it's a different story. This one, nope. Great swing there by, that was the middle. That was 18. That's Kyle Barnes. Francois Benoit back to serve. Nice pass by Gauthier. Oh, and Gabe Powell. See, that's what I'm talking about when I say that, I think the upside of Gabe Powell was huge. He was so much higher than the block ahead of him that he basically just got to push it down into that open spot on the court. Now, obviously, you want him to get to a point where he can get snap on that and pound it down and really start to take advantage of it, but he has the tools to be really great, man. Oh, no call. Oh my gosh. What a block. Barnes. Oh, net touch. Oh. That's been a couple of times. It looks like Crandall's made an awesome play. They've gone back to their huddle to say what's up to the boys, and when they come around, it turns out they didn't win the point. I didn't see the I guess I wasn't watching the plane of the net there, so I didn't see it happen, but both the refs seem to be in early agreement on that one. Oh, whoa, wow, whoa, man. Huggard jumps entirely too early and still just with awesome hang time and probably some long arms, snaps down on that one and just like touches the chin and chest of Gauthier there. And honestly, I think if it hadn't have hit him, I think it would have found the court too. It looked like it might have been sailing out, but it had enough angle going downward. Unfortunately, Huggard's not able to reward his team with going on a run now. And match point here for UNB. Coach A to serve. Just got to get it in. Oof. Nice serve on the run. Dude, yeah. They're going to call a net call in there for Wilson. I think you probably could have called a double on the serve as well. Easy. All right, UNBSJ, 3-0 and a handshake. That's how you want to come out of your second half of your season, especially against a team that I think is coming in this gym and won before. So they extend the lead they have over Crandall. I don't know how many games are left in the season, but depending on how many they play against each other, that almost books their ticket to the playoffs. What was a 2-game lead is now a 3-game lead and probably the tiebreaker. You know, they would need UNBSJ to almost lose out and Crandall to almost win out, I think, for that to for playoffs to become a possibility for them. So a huge win for UNBSJ. Tough fought battle for Crandall, like I said. You know, the third set kind of got away from them, but the first 2 sets could have easily gone either way, and this is a really different game. Appreciate you guys joining me here. There'll be volleyball again here tomorrow. UNBSJ taking on the Holland College teams, which will be some great volleyball. And it'll also be another extension of this Think Pink weekend. So appreciate you tuning in. You know, congrats to both the UNBSJ teams, 3-0 in both games, and we'll see you tomorrow.